Coming up on Good Morning Wilmington Live, it's a United Way of Delaware takeover. Ivan and Vincenza are joined by United Way's Tierra to talk about the new series, Impact 365. Plus, Michelle Taylor and Rick Deadwyler stop by to share their thoughts on the project and what viewers can expect. This is an episode you do not want to miss. Be there, Monday, November 7th at 10 a.m., right here on DETV.
Good morning, Wilmington. What's going on? I'm your main man, Big Ive, the talk of the town, Mr. Positivity, Mr. DETV, and I'm here with my lovely, lovely co-host,
Vincenza. And good morning, Wilmington, and good morning, Ivan.
Good morning, Vincenza. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
I bet you are. Why do you get this glow?
I woke up this morning so excited because I knew today was going to be probably an episode of Good Morning Wilmington that's going to go in the books in history as one of the best ones yet.
First of all, Vincenza I walk in, Vincenza has this glow going on about her. And then I'm like, Vin, what's happening? She's like, just be positive, you know? And that's Vin. So I'm super excited about today's show. But before we get into that, how was your weekend?
It was wonderful. I had the opportunity to spend time with the family, which everyone knows. I spend my Sundays with family. But I worked at the bistro as well, cheering on our Phillies.
Well, you got to say that with a little bit more enthusiasm.
I wish the outcome was different. However, we should still be very proud of our lovely Phillies and also the Philadelphia Union.
Most definitely.
They both, both teams made us proud. So I just really appreciated that they energized the city and inspired so many. Really, that's what it was all about. So we'll take it and we'll run with that.
I'll take it. And speaking of energizing the city and being proud of something in the city, we are here today with United Way Impact 365 that I'm super excited about. So that's today's episode.
Oh, yes.
Bam.
Big.
And we have a live studio audience.
Do you hear that?
Look at the studio audience. Come on, give it up. United Way, Impact 365. And we have Tierra, who's on the other side of the room. Tierra, how are you?
I am so excited to be here today. I didn't realize how nerve-wracking it would be to actually have a live studio audience today, Ivan. But I cannot say thank you enough to everybody for being here. I can't say thank you enough to DETV. This is going to be a really great show, and I can't wait for Impact 365 to launch at 6 p.m. tonight.
Now, Tierra, 30 seconds. Tell everyone that's watching at home or on their cell phones or their tablets, what is Impact 365?
Impact 365 is a television show that is for the books. It is all about collaboration, convening in the community. It is all about United Way's mission, but more importantly, United Way's collaboration and impact in the community. And our impact is not 1 day or 2 days, but Impact 365, so that's what it's called.
I think that's amazing.
Wow.
I really do.
Well, Tierra, we'll be right back with you, so don't go anywhere. So thank you so much for being here. Wow. I can think of 1.9 billion reasons why I'm so excited today.
Does it rhyme with ball?
Powerball. So I woke up again this morning feeling super thrilled to arrive on set because I knew it was going to be one for the books. But I also thought, are you feeling lucky, everyone?
No, you thought you was going to be called out today because you thought you was going to win Powerball. That's what that was. I get it.
If I didn't show up today, you know where I am now. I would never do that. I would never do that. But you know what? I have a question for you, Ivan.
All right, go ahead, shoot.
If you have maybe, won the Powerball, what would you do with all that money?
First thing I would do, I'll give some money to charity. Tierra's over there like me.
United Way of Delaware.
I'll give some money to United Way of Delaware, right? Because I really believe that, since we've been in the media here real heavy, we just watch, you watch people. And United Way has been doing some amazing things.
They
the
have.
programs that they have, the Stand By Me program, Impact 365, and other programs. For more information, go to their website. See that plug there?
I love that. Love that.
But I would donate money. I would continue doing what I'm doing, but probably on a scale of teaching it. I love what I do, so, and I don't know, just put cheese on my Whopper. That's about it.
I think that's a great answer. Quite honestly, same thing. I'm a firm believer in always giving back to the community because the community will give back right back to you. And it's all about supporting others and giving back and paying it forward. So yes, in honor of United Way of Delaware, most definitely United Way of Delaware, but also other organizations that I feel near and dear to me. You know, I'm a huge advocate for promoting literacy, so promoting reading throughout the state, but also maybe helping the restaurant a little bit since we've been through it a little bit. But you know, just giving back, I think, is the healthiest way to, I guess you would say, navigate. I guess money like that. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
It is. So
I'll let you know next week once I hit.
All right. Well, if Ivan's not here, we'll know.
All right. All right. We'll be right back after this message, and then we'll get started with Impact 365, United Way here on the Plaza.
DETV has been Delaware's premium provider of creative digital and broadcasting solutions that bridges communities and connects people. We create great stories for all audiences. We deliver independent news throughout Delaware. We are digital platform innovators. And we develop marketing and sales solutions so you can stay connected to your audience. Now, why do we do what we do here on DETV? We do it because we care. So, keep watching and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, DETV, online, on air, on time.
Every issue that you care about.
Every issue that I care about.
And every issue that affects our daily lives is impacted by one simple action. A vote.
As the Delaware Voting Rights Coalition,
We stand ready to protect and expand access to voting.
Because our communities deserve a democracy that works for all of us.
learn more and join us at aclu-de.org/DVRC.
Government doesn't make a move without an agenda, some type of plan. The problem is we haven't been on the agenda. Sometimes we're overlooked. Sometimes our interests aren't the interest of those in power. I'm your host, Kerwin Gaines, on DETV's new show, The Agenda. We're going to do our best to ensure that you, Delawareans, are knowledgeable about what's going on in the Assembly, federal government, local government, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our best to ensure that folks that make the agenda on a daily basis have to answer for it. Let them explain what they're doing. If it affects you, it's on the agenda.
Welcome back. Now, look, first up on the plaza this morning are two amazing people from the nonprofit area and field here in Delaware. Let me introduce to you the president, CEO, Michelle Taylor of United Way, and the board chair, Rick Deadwyler. Welcome. Welcome.
Good morning. We're excited.
Oh, gosh, you're excited. Okay, so let me start with you, Michelle. Impact 365. What does that mean to you?
Wow. First of all, I think it's historic for us. Rick and I were talking about this under his leadership. He really wanted to amplify the work we're doing from a communication perspective. And while we have the Feel Good Friday, that is intentional about telling stories that will inspire people. The world is filled with so much bad news sometimes, right? But there's so much good work that's being done. We want to bring these stories to life. We want to put a face on the work. We want to make it real to people, and we hopefully that this will inspire people to want to be able to be a part of the change, but also to have hope.
To have hope. That is one of the most important things right now, is to have hope. A person or a city without hope is destined for doom, and that's what United Way is giving people right now, is hope. The other projects, the programs that you have right now are Stand By Me, and what else? Because I want everyone to know what's going on.
A whole bunch of the programs. So first of all, I don't want to give it away too much because we want them to watch Impact 365 over the next few weeks. But the highlights, right, it'll talk about things we're doing around the Delaware Racial Justice Collaborative, things we're doing in education, things we're doing with Stand By Me and the financial empowerment, things we're doing in the Hispanic and Latino community. Lots of things.
Did you see how smooth she said that? She was like, hey, we did all that. Awesome. Rick, all right. Talk to me about Impact 365.
You know, and Michelle alluded to it earlier in her comments. You know, we talked about all of the great work that the United Way does every day, not during the summer only, not during the winter months when folks are struggling only, but 365 days a year. So when we talked about that impact and the idea that folks need to understand what we do. They know that the United Way is here. They know that in a way that we've been making a difference. But let's make sure that we highlight and really show the work that we're doing here. If a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to hear it, does it fall? Now, while we're not really concerned about trees falling in the forest, we want to make sure that folks understand and know about all the great work that the United Way has underway.
There we go.
Wow, wow. So I do have a question. So how did this series begin?
Right, great question, great question. So one of the things that we were talking about was the different ways to get, again, our message out in the community, right? So it's not just about information, it's really about how do we inspire. And so we were talking to Ivan, actually. He had this idea about, crazy idea of how we could work with him on DETV. And, you know, the thing I thought about was, you know, when you think about the fall series, whatever your favorite TV show is, you can't wait till it comes back this fall. Like, I'm so mad they cut NCIS New Orleans. Like, why would they do that? Why? So, you know, we were saying, well, what if we created something in a way that people look forward to watching it, and that people will look forward to hearing it season after season after season. And if it should get cut for any reason, they will be mad.
Yeah, it was when I was talking to Michelle about it, and that's how I start everything. Is I have this crazy idea, and Michelle was definitely okay. She never said no. I don't really believe she ever said no to me. And once they came up with the idea, it was reaching the community and how can we impact the community and their takeaways. What do you both want? Or what do United Way? What do they want the people to take away after the first episode?
Wow, I want them hungry for the second.
There you go.
I want them hungry for the second. But I also want people to take away, and I know Tierra said this, we don't do anything alone. So this story, the way that we also structured Impact 365 isn't just about, it's not about United Way. United Way is about community.
Right.
So we really also wanted it to amplify the beauty of partnerships, the beauty of collaboration, the beauty of collective.
Yes, and we always say that it takes a village and coming together to really make an impact. Impact 365 makes sense. Right. Please, Rick,
and something else we wanted to highlight is the people. So we know the great and the large organizations that are in our communities making a difference, but there's also lots of great people that are at the grassroots level making a difference every day. And I hate to start shouting names out.
Shout them.
Think about, Daryl Chambers, we know him best as Wolfie.
As Wolfie,
working and doing things grassroots in the community that we wouldn't even understand every day to make a difference. We have Bernice Edwards down in the southern part of our state, down in Sussex, who again is touching a group and communities that, again, if we didn't talk about her work specifically and the work of First State Action Community, we wouldn't know what's going on down there. So making sure that those folks, their stories are being told, and that we're again highlighting the people that are making that impact.
When you look at nonprofit, well, myself, I'm fairly new in the nonprofit sector, and DETV is a nonprofit. And when you look at nonprofit, and one of the words that I kept hearing is social impact, right? Social impact, social impact. And the question is, what do your organizations do? What do organizations do that can change the world? Now, when you look at Impact 365, and you look and I was there for every one of these tapings, you see the families that are affected by Impact 365. How does you have a Hispanic family, you have a Black family, and people that need help, it doesn't care, it's colorblind, right? Everyone needs help. And that's what Impact 365 is doing. It's putting an umbrella, it's helping people around Delaware and giving that social impact. Was that what you was looking for?
Right, and to your point, and Rick was alluding to it, it's the people, but it's also to be able to put a diversity of people. And I know we're on Good Morning Wilmington, but this is statewide.
It's statewide, right.
Right, and it's meant to be able to show the impact we're having in all 3 counties with all of our partners. Ultimately, how do we help to more Delawareans by having a greater impact, but really by helping them to realize their full potential and realizing what can happen when we work together.
Yes. Now we have your audience have a bunch of board members in here, right? Where are the board members at? Okay, a bunch of board members and also other partners that are here too. Now, by show of hands, what are you? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to ask that question yet. I'm so excited. I'm jumping the gun right here. Okay, Rick. When you saw the episodes, what did you think?
You know, first thing I thought about was being inspired, knowing that if you do the work, if you have folks that are engaged, that have rolled their sleeves up and are involved in something good, the idea that someone else has an idea that maybe they haven't seen on the episodes, and they say, I want to be there. I want to be a part of that. I want the world to know what I'm doing to make a difference right here in the state, in the community that they might love. So that's the first thing I thought about. There's so much, we had these episodes, but there's so much more work that's going on.
Gosh.
And there's great work that we share, but there's so much more that's going on.
It ended up just like the individual programs that's in Impact 365 that we talked about, that I've learned so much from. And then some people, they saw the postings during social media, and they were excited about it.
I saw it. I saw it through my feed, which is good.
What did you think?
I was very eager to find out more information about it. Well, first off, I saw Tierra.
Right.
I love Tierra. But then I saw Impact 365 logo, and I thought that was already captivating. I was like, okay, what is this all about? So I started to obviously look into it more and more. But that was my first impression, just from scrolling on social media. So I'm hoping that others who don't know what Impact 365 or maybe need to find out a little bit more information about United Way of Delaware will click the link and continue to follow and educate. So I'm happy that we're able to provide a platform for United Way of Delaware to get that information out there.
So United Way of Delaware is here to help the community on many, many levels. And I can't wait till you at home get to see tonight at 6 p.m. on DETV statewide and on all social media channels, DETV's Facebook, our Twitter, United Way's Facebook, their Twitter, as their YouTube as well. I'm super excited about this program. But real quick, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back with some more questions with these two amazing people. DETV started approximately 10 years ago in the basement of my home. I had an idea to show people of color doing great things, but what happened was I got to the point that I said, I'm gonna just show people all together doing great things. The motto and the moral was to bring people together instead of using media to rip people apart. And doing that, you know, I just did a lot of hard work, a lot of free stuff, a lot of things of just showing people being themselves. I figured that media, and I saw that media wasn't doing that, so I just decided to give it a shot, not knowing that it would bring me to where I am today. I had a great, great journey doing it, met some amazing people, did some amazing things, worked on some amazing projects, you know, and with just a lot of hard work and a bunch of sacrifice, I'm here today. I done worked on everyone's campaign in the state of Delaware. And now, you know, I'm just doing what I do and doing it with friends. My biggest accomplishment right now would have to be this, hands down, without a doubt. We want to make sure that we inform the community wholeheartedly. So again, they can have all the information that they need. For more information, you can find us at detvch.com. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook under DETV. Be sure to check us out. Tell me what you think.
I really love this live audience, Ivan. This is awesome. Wow, I have to say, I really do love the live audience. The energy in the room is just so fulfilling. We need to make this a regular thing.
I hear you, so sponsors.
All right, so continuing the conversation with Rick Deadwyler and Michelle Taylor from United Way of Delaware. Again, thank you so much for taking time out of your very, very busy schedules, because we all know how busy you are all the time. 365 days of the year, really, we do. But just to kind of go back into talking about Impact 365, let's talk about when does it air and how can people tune in? Where can they go exactly?
Great question. So it starts tonight at 6 p.m.
Okay.
And they can watch it on the DETV, Facebook, you can do your website, Twitter. They can also watch it at United Way of Delaware's website. We're going to have it right on the screen, easy for them to be able to get to, but it'll also be on our Facebook and our Twitter. We're going to make it easy to be able to push out for people to be able to watch it in a lot of different ways.
Michelle, I'm
Channel
sorry.
girl.
I know,
Okay,
it's Channel 28 too.
Michelle, I'm eager. What do you think the takeaway will be?
Oh man, as Rick was saying, I'm hopeful that people will be able to, one, be able to realize that great things are really happening in our community, right? And two, hopefully they will hear a story that someone really will feel that maybe didn't have hope, will have hope, right? And that someone will be inspired by this, right? Like we don't want to just be able to give information and be given information. We want really the people to be able to hear what's happening and feel good that great things are really happening in our community. And with all the negative noise that goes on around us, it is a place to come to, right? To be able to hear, look, we say this is our version of the truth.
Right. No, I got you.
And it also may give folks a place just to know where to go. That relates, that issue, I'm facing something like that. So let me call the United Way, or let me call that partner that was on that television screen in Impact 365, and maybe they can help answer some of my questions or support me.
And that's the great thing about all the episodes, right? Every episode affects someone differently. Someone's going to be able to relate to someone that they've seen on air. And I really am sitting here and I'm like, you guys made history. Like you did. Because, but the most important take back from us, and I'm going to speak for the United Way and DETV, is we really get to change someone's life.
That's
right.
That's right.
Someone on the other side of Delaware, of the canal, is saying, I need help. They're thinking, where can I get help? And they probably have a little bit pride, or maybe not have pride. They're not calling their neighbor. They want to call someone, and they might see this episode. And that's where communication, positive communication, and positive outreach really takes effect. And what we're doing combined as partners and I say that because partners make the world go around.
That's right.
But partners can also change someone's life. So it just hit me like, yo, we really changed someone's life again. And that's the great part about not just being a nonprofit, but being partners with you two at the United Way. And because I'm super excited for what you guys have done.
Right.
And as you talk about strong partners, you talk about alignment, right? So we have this statewide operation that Michelle and the team, this phenomenal team that we have doing work up and down the state. And now you guys have this platform that's sharing the messages and sharing great stories up and down the state, not portions of it, but across the entire state. And that's where our work occurs also. So it's good to be partnering and aligned with you all.
Rick, what are your hopes for the project?
That folks will be inspired. That folks will see that this work is getting done, that lives are being changed, that there's real impact being made, measurable impact that's being made, and whether they're involved in the process of supporting others or not, that folks will be inspired to find a way to help others, find a way to lean into something that they may be passionate about in their community and their specific neighborhood with the hopes of making a difference. So to inspire others.
Now I'm going to ask you a question, just straight personal. No United Way, no Rick Deadwyler, no Michelle Taylor, just Michelle Taylor, just Rick Deadwyler.
Okay.
I am fascinated, and when I created DETV, it was always about the why, right? Outside of everything else, why do you do what you do, and why do you do what you do? We'll start with Michelle.
Yeah, great. So great question. So everything starts with the why, right? Really, out of everything I do is because I see a need for people. Too many children. I have a personal passion too around literacy. I think too many kids can't read on grade level. Too many of our kids are unprepared to be tomorrow's workforce. Too many families are just struggling, right? That's my why, right? Every day is I get to work with amazing people and partners that get to be able to change them. Sometimes not to the scale we want to, but one by one.
Right.
Yeah, and very similar, people. Mine specifically is about younger people. While I love my, middle-aged, successful people, those that are leaning in, middle-aged folks doing some things. But for me, it's always been young people. Recognizing that they have issues, challenges, this thing we call the opportunity gap that they face. And we need to offer help to them to help guide them through that and navigate that issue that they face. That, again, the unequal access to opportunity. We got to try and equalize that.
So we talk about, okay, opportunity gap, right? And then we talk about as a nonprofit of how do you fix that problem? And the solution is Impact 365.
There you go.
All right, that's it. I got it right this time. All right, Impact 365. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with Tierra Fair, right?
That's right.
All right, we'll be right back.
DETV has been Delaware's premium provider of creative digital and broadcasting solutions that bridges communities and connects people. We create great stories for all audiences. We deliver independent news throughout Delaware. We are digital platform innovators. And we develop marketing and sales solutions so you can stay connected to your audience. Now, why do we do what we do here on DETV? We do it because we care. So, keep watching and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, DETV, online, on air, on time.
Every issue that you care about.
Every issue that I care about.
And every issue that affects our daily lives is impacted by one simple action: a vote.
As the Delaware Voting Rights Coalition,
We stand ready to protect and expand access to voting.
Because our communities deserve a democracy that works for all of us.
learn more and join us at aclu-de.org/DVRC.
Government doesn't make a move without an agenda, some type of plan. The problem is we haven't been on the agenda. Sometimes we're overlooked. Sometimes our interests aren't the interest of those in power. I'm your host, Kerwin Gaines, on DETV's new show, The Agenda. We're going to do our best to ensure that you, Delawareans, are knowledgeable about what's going on in the Assembly, federal government, local government, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our best to ensure that folks that make the agenda on a daily basis have to answer for it. Let them explain what they're doing. If it affects you, it's on the agenda.
Good morning, welcome back, and good morning, Wilmington. I'm Tierra Fair. I'm so excited to be here today and be the co-host for today's show. I am extra excited because today, for the first time, I have all of my co-hosts from Impact 365. This is literally my team that helps make Impact 365 possible. And I can't say thank you enough. There's a large team. This was a big labor of love by so many people. But this is some of the people that were actually hosts on the show. I have with me Donna Snyder-White, Clarence Ray Parker, and Wanda Barrett. And thank you all so much for being here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So we get to have fun today. This is like a little bit more casual than our Impact 365. I think that was the first time we were on camera together, and everyone was like very nervous. What questions are you going to ask exactly? Today is really about how much we're talking about how much fun we're having, and we're trying to get people to make sure that they're watching tonight at 6 o'clock and every Monday after that.
Absolutely.
But first, tell everyone a little bit about you, what you do for United Way, and why you were so excited to be a part of the show.
So thank you, Tierra. It's always great to be back here with you again, and you always make us feel so comfortable. So this was real easy for me to be here today to support the Impact 365 and you. So my name is Donna Snyder-White. Like you said, I am the Vice President of Financial Empowerment here at United Way of Delaware, and basically that means I get to work with a great group of people who really care about the community and trying to help the community be more empowered and take care of their own goals and just work together as a group to just be a part of the community. So I really appreciate it being here.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And me, I'm Clarence Ray Parker. I'm a small business coach with the Minority Small Business Program. And for me personally, I just love the work I do. I love entrepreneurship and that being the economic backbone in our community and knowing the importance of it and being able to be a part of the change that we really want to see across the state and hopefully across the country. So.
I have $1 million question for you. Do
All
you
right.
have a favorite minority small business?
Actually, that is $1 million question. Actually, I don't. I actually love them all. And I think the beauty of my
Good
work
answer,
is that I get to, the beauty of it is that I get to work with a bunch of different businesses, and me being a person that's interested in a lot of things, it kind of caters to that, because I can never, have one simple formula, right? You gotta be able to adjust on the fly, so that's the beauty of it.
Absolutely.
My name is Wanda Barrett. I am the Director of Community Engagement and Relationship. Y para mí es un placer poder atender la comunidad hispana en Delaware. Mi posición es asegurarme de que seamos recursos y que yo pueda traerle información y dirigir a las personas lo más posible en español. So my role in United Way is the leader of all the Hispanic team or whatever is related to the Hispanic community, bring resources and information that we could listen to their need and also assist them in one way or the other.
Absolutely. I don't know if you guys peeped that, but that was really cool, right? You see how she went in and out of Spanish really quickly.
Did you see how we just kept nodding?
That's what you have to look forward to, though, in a Hispanic show. We have a show that is completely bilingual. So, and it's beautiful because the show is mostly Spanish like it's mostly Spanish, but then they add some English in there every now and again, and I think that is so beautiful because it shows the Hispanic people. So thank you so much, Wanda. Thank you. So as we are we're talking today, what was your favorite part of Impact 365? Do you have a part that you were really excited about? Because each of you had your own co-host of your own show. So is there a favorite part you had of your show?
I think Michelle and Rick said it the best. It's all about the people and the connection, right? So no organization can do anything by themselves. We really have to connect with partners to make the purpose, and the purpose is to connect with people to help them out of any situation they happen to find themselves being challenged by, right? So the people, the partnership, and the purpose ties it together for me. Personally, I have to have a connection with the work I do. I work with great people in the community, but also my colleagues that are here today. It really just ties everything together. And so the purpose, the people, and then just the passion of everybody around 365 just does it for me.
Awesome. So is there a favorite part? Remember your show?
Yep.
Your whole show was
Had a good time.
one of my favorites, and it was that was the first one. So everyone there was super nervous. We didn't know how it was going to work, and it worked beautifully. Do you have a favorite part?
Yeah, being on camera, number one, right? But just, right, is always fun.
You were ready for your close-up?
I was ready for makeup. I think they skipped me on that part. I'll circle back on it. But, I just love seeing, in the many ways that we serve, right? And the many things that we do in the community, it's not one need that you can meet, right? It's just a big amalgamation of just different things and services that everybody do, and I just love that aspect of it. And then just to be able to be a part of the conversation and be on the forefront to let people know how we're serving and what you can do to get in touch, I think that was just the highlight of the day for me. So.
Thank you. What about you, Wanda?
Para mí la parte más importante y excitante fue el poder escuchar una familia testificar de su jornada aquí a Delaware. Me abrió los ojos a las necesidades que hay en la comunidad. So for me, Tierra, it was very impactful in my life to hear the testimonial of the family that we brought in, their journey to get to Delaware, and it opened to more resource, that we can provide to families in the Hispanic community as well, when we heard these testimonials. It was very impactful to my life.
It was that, and what was amazing here once again, we were in the back, and during that episode, we weren't able to. We couldn't communicate with everyone because we were not fluent. So this family was telling their story about how they came from Delaware, and the trek was long, it was hard, and it was just very difficult. And us being able to hear that and understand what happened and understand how they were able to get help, that's the beautiful thing about it, right?
And I think that's the thing. When people share their story, they're really sharing their personal perspective of their journey to wherever it is, right? So I know during our episode, we had the Salvation Army here, and they were talking about how they help so many different people, but they do that through partnerships as well, and they really do reach out to folks and make that connection. Every family has a story to tell. Not every family needs help, but those that do need to know that United Way is here, the partners are here, and there's no judgment. I always like to say we're in a judgment-free zone. We truly are a judgment-free zone to help you get to where you need to go. And so even with our Minority Small Business Program, you know, this is a partnership for sure because, you know, with a business that you've birthed literally like a child, you don't want anybody just kind of getting in your business, right? But together they build that trust. The coaches build trust. Wanda builds trust. She brings the trusting relationships, and that opens up people up like a flower. When you're there not judging and you're there to only support their interest, it gives me chills just thinking about it because everybody seems to want something from somebody for some reason. These individuals really do it for the sole purpose of helping that other person thrive, right? And there's nothing more beautiful than that. I mean, that's what we should be about, is partnering and help people grow.
Absolutely. I love that. I love everything you say. And yes, it's exciting. That's exciting.
Yeah.
And I think that's why what's so beautiful about the show is that it kind of captured that. It captured that excitement. It captured the stories. But then more than anything, it told people that you can get help too. And so that's even the people that are watching right now. If you need help, there is help out there, whether it's calling 211 or one-on-one financial coaching for everyone in Delaware, and it's free. And we use so many partners to help deliver that service, which is so amazing. So all across the state, and so all of those things, Minority Small Business Board, like all of those things are such a beautiful thing. I just want to really, really thank you all. And as we're wrapping up, I just want to have one last question. We're talking about our whys today. So what is your why? What is your why, and why should people be watching Impact 365?
For me, my why is to make a difference, right? And to serve. And just real fast, in the hallway on the way in, I had a wholesome interaction with somebody who was looking for help within his business and didn't know who to talk to. He was trying to find the SBA. And I just bumped into him in the hallway. He asked me 2 questions, and I was able to give him my card to try to get into this program to get him the help he needs. That's what it's all about, right? You find somebody in any walk of life that you can help, just to be able to serve in that way.
That's beautiful.
El por qué deberían de ver el programa para mí es que estamos incluidos. United Way nos incluyó en todo el proyecto y no estamos solos. United Way está ahí para darnos los recursos necesarios. My why they should watch the show, and I encourage them, is because United Way embraced the Hispanic community. We're there inclusive. You know, we are there included. We're no longer alone. We are part of United Way, and here it is.
Yep, and for me, I've already said it. It's about people and passion. And we've got a great colleague and co-host of Impact 365 who makes you feel comfortable from the moment you hit the set. So I thank you for making us feel comfortable, and thank you for elevating the voice of United Way, and just thank you for being the beautiful person you are.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your story. I really, really appreciate it, and we all really, really appreciate it. We are going to be right back. We're going to check out some outtakes / bloopers. I hope nothing crazy happens with me. I don't remember what I said. We'll see you soon.
Your camera is the one straight ahead.
Okay.
All right? Camera speed. Have fun. 3, 2, 1, action. You'll get your banter. Let me just hear how you're going to go into introducing Carter.
Can I do it just one more time? One more time? One more time? Yes, please. I messed up. Can I see? Okay, that wraps up. We'll look at how we're helping children in under. Thank you. Time to go. I'm hungry. Who's gonna feed me? Nobody? Okay. Say hi to the people, Ray.
Thanks, Tierra. Hi, everyone. My name is Ray Parker. I'm a business coach under the Minority Small Business Program with the United Way of Delaware and Barclays. But enough about me. I'm going to introduce a video. Excuse me. We're going to watch a short video introducing our next segment.
Loosen up, Ray. All right, my man, you got this, Kelly.
Yeah, Marker, you out here? Come on, I'm trying to go home. I'm trying to get out of this dress. Come on.
All right, and 5, 4, 3. Let's have a good show. Woo! All right.
We didn't have R&B music this time. I think that's really killed the mood.
The mood was killed?
Yeah, because you didn't have our 90s music to help
Somebody
us
play a
keep,
song.
to help us keep, it helped me keep my strength up for the job.
What'd you say?
You really have to do better with that next time.
You know what? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We're going to get you pumping real quick.
Oh, God.
As soon as this second ad is up.
What? We couldn't pay for our... We couldn't pay for our music.
All right, ready?
Yeah, let's go. I wish it was my birthday.
All right, welcome back, everyone. What a great interview with Tierra Fair.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She really is.
Awesome.
Just a little, just
that's
a
just
lot, right?
Yeah, just a
We're
lot.
so fortunate to have individuals like Tierra Fair on Good Morning Wilmington to really continue the conversation about Impact 365 and United Way of Delaware, and just to be able to showcase and let others tell their story and just provide more education. And I think that's what it's all about.
Information and education, Vincenza, it plays a lot. And especially when it comes to this program, Impact 365, and what it's done and what it's doing in the community, and especially the huge part that United Way is playing, from for help with early childhood education to financial assistance to even affordable housing. I believe it is affordable housing, right? I want to make sure I said that right. They're helping out with affordable housing, but United Way they have their hand and their thumb on the community. And
I think Donna said it perfectly. That really resonated with me, because during the interview, we're all making sure we're transitioning correctly behind the scenes, and I was able to hear a little bit of that interview in the background, and she said, people, partnership, and purpose.
Right.
And that really resonated with me, because I really feel that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And I really believe in that. So, well, we have to introduce our next guest.
But before we get that, so if you're watching at home or listening by cell phone or whatever device you're watching and learning from, feel free, be sure to reach out to United Way. Go to their website, and because if you need some assistance, hey, some great people needed some assistance, and you are also great. So make sure you go check their website out and get all the help you can, and it's free of charge.
Yes, thank you, Ivan. Thank you for that shout out. All right. On to our next guest. Our next guest is Meris Aguilar. Ms. Aguilar is a former Stand By Me customer who turned into a financial coach.
See what I mean?
Welcome, Meris.
Hi, thank you.
Yes,
Thank
thank you. Oh, you should be.
We're
more excited to have you here, and we really appreciate you being here with us to really share your story.
So what is your story? Let's hear your story.
Well, hi everyone. My name is Meris Aguilar. I am a financial coach at the Latin American Community Center. But before that, I was a client. Also Stand By Me. I knew about Stand By Me and partnership with United Way when I started working at the Latin American Community Center as a case manager. I moved from Puerto Rico. Yeah, hi to the people. In my country, I saw my parents struggle a lot to get us a home, to get a good credit, to get our finance in order because of their jobs and situations. And as a child, I remember that part of me being concerned about, because I'm like, oh my God, we don't want to have where to live. But then my parents did well, and they purchased their home, and they did their thing. It took a long time, but then I come to this country with a big dream, and I said, well, one day I'm going to have my home, and I'm going to struggle that much. And I met my colleagues, my co-workers, and they started talking about United Way programs and what the LACC has to offer, and I heard about Stand By Me. I'm like, financial coaching, I never thought about it. And I become a client.
Right. So now from client to coach, how's that experience? Now that you can go back, that you went back to your community, and now you're able to help that. How does that feel?
That feels awesome, because like I say, having a home, getting my finance in order was a big dream, and a thing I thought I could do because I'm Latina, I didn't speak the language, I didn't know how everything works.
We're going to switch mics with you. Okay.
Yes.
And being able to learn about my finance and grow and have my own home made me think, I'm like, I want to do this for other people.
Right.
I want to give that back. I want people to feel how I feel that first night that I sleep in my home. And I told my husband, you hear that? And then he said, no. I'm like, exactly. You're on my home. There's nobody on the second floor. So I want everybody to have that feeling of, oh my God, I'm home.
Right. And I think that's what Rick was talking about when when we talk about community, that you learn. How's the saying go? Help me out because I'm not a Bible scholar. You teach them in the fish, he always eat, right? But you can take that fish and go back to your community, and that's what it's all about. You help one person. I totally jacked that one up. Y'all, excuse me on that one.
But we knew.
Please, if there's crashes in the house, please forgive me.
Ivan, we knew your intentions.
Right, you know
and I think that's what's important. That's right. We know where your heart stands. We knew your intentions and what you meant by that. So I really have to ask about what encourages you.
But before we go to that, let's take a quick break.
Okay.
Because we have to fix something real quick. We'll be right back. 30 seconds.
I think the outtakes are so much better. Do it.
Do it. Just do it.
Do it.
I do better on the spot.
Yeah. Do your thing. Welcome back, everyone. And now, Michelle, we're going to switch gears for a moment and take a... Okay. Can you move it a little faster? Dun, 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 dun. We is hungry. Let's get it, guys. Last time, third time's the charm today. I'm sorry that there were so many. I know. I'm sorry. And I moved. Am I back where I was? Okay. Bienvenidos a nuestro programa bilingüe de...
All right. Well, welcome back, everyone. So we have Miss Aguilar, Meris Aguilar, went from client to coach. Welcome, Meris.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now, what was it like for you going from client and learning about all the benefits that Impact 365 has to now going to coach back to the LACC?
Well, when I was a client, it was for me very frustrating to know about my finance, right? Sitting and see my credit for first time in years, and wish it was a scary thing. I'm like, and then my coach say, it's not that bad. I'm like, for you, right? But then actually it wasn't that bad, and I was able to fix it. I purchased in my home, I got my car, my finance in order, and one day when I was home, my first home, open that door, get that nice sleep, and I told my husband, did you hear that? And then he said, what are you talking about? I hear nothing. I'm like, exactly. Yes. We don't have anybody making noises on the second floor, so we're home. And I'm like, okay, I want to do this for people too.
Right.
I want to give that feeling of, yes, it is possible. It doesn't matter where you come from. I'm Latina, I'm from Puerto Rico, but I did it, and people can do it too. And I'm like, let me, when the opportunity came, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. Right. I'm going to bring people to that excitement.
Now, I'm sorry, are the community, are they listening to you?
Yes, they are. I have a lot of clients with a lot of success. Pushers in their home, getting their first credit card that they never thought they're going to have a credit card.
Wow.
Because us as a Latino, sometimes we're afraid of banks and things like that. But I've been learning, like, it's okay to have your money in the bank. It is secure. You're going to be able to buy a house. You know, through this program with the United States Stand By Me, we encourage you to do it. It is free. Why not to take advantage of that? And that's what I think it is the people. We are over 30 coaches around all Delaware, so we have a little bit of seasoning everywhere for everybody.
Right.
To help.
At what moment did you feel that you were inspired to become a coach?
When I go my home. When I go my home, as I mentioned, I didn't thought that was something that was going to be possible for me, because when I was growing up, my parents struggled a lot with that. And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be very difficult. But, you know, my coach make it very easy for me to understand and go me through that. And that's why I'm like, okay, I'm going to get people their homes. I'm going to get the people their credit fixed. Let's do this.
Now, who are you? Now, let's talk about Wanda. Right?
Okay.
Let's talk about Wanda. How was she working with that Impact 365?
This is my first time here, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be in this program that it is trying to show people that yes, you can do this. United Way had this program that give you the tools to do it, and it won't cost you nothing. I'm like, of course I'm gonna be in that. I know I'm making an impact.
That's right. That's right.
And I know I'm very grateful for this program. Stand By Me have trained me, have shown me that things are possible. It doesn't matter of anything, your age, it doesn't matter your culture, it doesn't matter anything. It just, here are the tools, so let's go do it, and you don't have to do it alone.
Maris, thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like our viewers that are listening need to hear that and need to hear that story. Because you never know who you're inspiring, who is listening, and maybe needs to hear that. So thank you for being honest with us.
Thank you.
And doing what you're doing.
Who do you want to inspire through it all?
Anybody that is struggling, anybody that is here for one reason or another, one from this country, people from other countries, my Latino community, hey. So I want people to know that it is possible. You know, if you have a goal in mind and you have the desire to do it, we're here to support you. You don't have to do it alone. We will hold your hand, and I'm going to be with you when you have that keys from your home.
Wow. Give her a round of applause again, man. Hey, come on.
Thank you.
We really get to sit here and hear someone's life change from an idea that someone had. And if that is not inspiring and encouraging, I think you might need to check your pulse. You know what I mean? These are lives. And she said, you know, people are getting their credit card for the first time. Some of us got our credit cards when we was like 17 and 18. But these are people, there are people out here that are really looking and really getting their life changed from an idea and a program that the United Way is having. So again, for the United Way, Impact 365. And for you, most definitely. All right, so when you have your barbecue, we all are invited, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, what you got over there, Vin? I'm speechless now.
Oh, no, it's okay. I love when you go off script. I think it's more authentic, right?
Yeah.
Don't you agree? It's more authentic, really connect with our viewers. Plus, it shows that we're real. And this is a realistic show, and these are realistic people, and that we want to connect with our viewers and really help inspire and educate. But we need individuals like you, and Tierra, and Michelle, and Rick, and everybody that's coming in, Donna, Ray, and Clarence, and what was it?
That's the
Wanda.
whole board.
Yeah, everybody. But we need everyone to come together to really make an impact.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here talking about, again, Impact 365. So are there any other opportunities that you offer that we haven't touched on that you may want to mention?
I would say the opportunity that Stand By Me offers, since that's a program that I work with, and United Way is empower people, you know, like give the people the resources they need to become what they want to be. If they want to have a home, if they want to pursue an education, whatever it is they want to do, you know, there is a hope. There is something you can grab and say, here we go, I'm not going to do it alone. This person is going to cheer me up, and I'm going to be fine. I'm going to fulfill what I want.
Love it, love it, love it. All right, I think that's it. Thank you so much. Are we going to the crowd?
Yes, give her a round of applause.
Round of applause. Thank you.
All right, so we're actually going to toss it to Tierra. So Tierra's not done yet with us. She needs to come back on the show more often.
Well, Tierra,
I really love her energy.
I'll tell you what. I think I got a crazy idea that I think that United Way might have to have their own little show here on DETV. But we'll talk about that later.
Yes.
Hosted by Tierra. Great things again at United Way. If you need help within your finances, early childhood education, contact the United Way. I think it's UnitedWayDE.org. No. UWDE.org. All right, they're like, no, Ivan, no.
That's all right. That's all right. But I'm sure you can just Google United Way of Delaware and it'll pop up right away. I'm sure you're able to find Stand By Me, Impact 365, because United Delaware they're just ahead. They're 2 steps ahead of everyone. So they're very ready for you to look up, find out information, look up all the resources that they offer, because it really will make an impact.
And you know what we need to do? And I think we need to take this time, 30 seconds. Would you mind inviting our Latino brothers and sisters to Impact 365 in Spanish?
Of course.
All right, this is your camera. Where's your camera? That camera right there.
Hola a todos. Les invito a que vean Impacto 365 para que se empoderen y aprendan un poquito de qué está haciendo United Way. Así que vengan, véanos.
Yes. Gracias.
Thank you.
I was going to do it in Spanish, but see the way my language is, is set up. But anyhow, we're going to
leave it to the professionals,
leave it to the professional. We're going to toss it over to Tierra on the couch. Tierra, what's happening over there?
I have the extreme pleasure of really just audience, but I get to actually talk to one of the people in the audience, because we've been telling the audience to shush the whole time. We're like, clap, shush, like we're giving them all these roles. So I get to actually talk to you all, and I'm so happy. Please tell us all about who you are and tell the audience who you are.
Sure, I'm Matt Parks, and I work for Discover Bank, and it's great to be here. Hey, Ivan, Al Roker has nothing on you, Ivan. You certainly, being here in the studio watching today has been a lot of fun, and it's great to be able to participate in something to talk about our own hometown and all the great things that are happening.
Matt,
Lunch on you. Mardea Steak.
Matt, we just have I have one question for you. It's a simple question, but what is the word community mean to you?
Sure. So community is a safe place where you can live, work, and worship. Basically a place where people look out for one another, support each other, and generally care about each other. So, hopefully, folks, can act in the community and look out for one another and believe in one another and work for each other.
I love that, because community is one of the words that Impact 365 is all about. It's about our community, and I love exactly to work, play, and worship all together and really make a difference in a positive way. Thank you so much for being here. Just one of our many esteemed guests today. We have some beautiful, beautiful guests. Go ahead, clap it up so we know y'all are here. And I am just so excited to have them. We are going to go back to Vincenza and Ivan with Marcus Watkins.
All right, thank you so much, Tierra. All right, last up on the plaza this morning, we have Marcus Watkins, Manager of Digital Marketing Engagement for United Way, here on the plaza. Marcus, what's happening, my man?
How are you doing, my friend?
Well, I'm good, brother. We go way back, man. I'm talking about like 8th grade.
Like way back.
Way back.
Marcus and I go way back, too.
What
right?
Yeah.
Right, I think college, University of Delaware.
Who don't you know in this room, Vincenza? All right?
Delaware.
And what's the question you ask everybody in Delaware? What high school did you go to? Right. But Marcus, thanks for coming, man. What was it like working on Impact 365?
It was so exciting. The environment here at DETV is electrifying for anyone who's into marketing and video. And this was the first time I got to really get a behind-the-scenes look at how a television show is produced.
Yeah. Did you have fun?
I had too much fun, a lot of fun. And I got to do some post-production as well. Mm-hmm. So I really got to hear these stories again and again and again, and the intricacies of them, and it never gets old.
Yeah, and hearing these stories and being involved in the sausage making, right? Yeah. Like, did your life change? Did these stories inspire you in any way?
Well, I'm always inspired every day. I've been with United Way for a good bit now, and when we were in office, I would hear the stories of people who were calling Delaware 211 for that immediate help. Mm-hmm. So it's almost impossible not to be inspired when you're around, colleagues that care so much and people that need that help and receive that help.
Let's talk. I'm sorry, Ben. I took over the whole damn
thing. It's okay. It's okay. I know there's lots of information, and we're always very eager to make sure we get that information out to our viewers that are listening, because it is important. And I think it's very, very imperative. So I do have a question for Marcus. You don't mind that I?
No, I don't mind you double dutching. Go ahead and jump on in, girl.
All right, so Marcus, I do have a question for you. We did touch on it a little bit. We did mention about your role at United Way of Delaware, but could you just kind of go into detail of what you do?
Yeah, my role at United Way of Delaware is to help tell this story. We want to connect the story to data, and we want to use data to back the story. So we're always looking for ways to expand our network to really get people to donate, volunteer, even advocate for United Way and our partners. So that's my job, to come up with innovative ideas and ways to broaden our reach.
Right.
Well, they have the perfect person.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, he killed it. He's
Really, they did.
Well,
Knowing you, you're very innovative and creative.
Thank
so they do have the perfect person for the job.
And United Way gives me a platform to innovate in a way that it really changes people's lives.
Right.
So it's one thing to market a product that might make people feel good or might make people happy, but it's another thing to be marketing products that really change people's lives.
That's totally different, right? That's totally different.
Stakes are way higher.
Yeah, stakes are different and way high. You said 411. Let's touch a little bit about 211. Let's touch a little bit about 211, what it is.
Okay, Delaware 211 is a helpline where people can call and get connected to the resources they need to thrive again. And they can go to delaware211.org and get that same help. So you're going to get a trained referral specialist who's connected with all the different organizations in Delaware, and they're going to connect you not only with the help you need, but they're going to follow up to make sure you got the help you need.
Well, so when we're thinking 211, when we're thinking United Way, we're thinking a haven that people, regardless across the line, what you need help with, you can call 211, and United Way will get you plugged in to the group that you need.
Mental health services, food emergencies,
Wow.
anyone who's natural disasters after a hurricane comes, anyone who's experiencing a crisis in Delaware can dial Delaware 211.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah, easy.
So
Easy. That's the easy button.
Well, it's helpful and resourceful.
Yeah.
So just to go back to Impact 365, what was what episode that you felt like was the most important or impactful that you can touch on?
Well, I think they're all impactful in their own way. Me personally, I thought it was interesting to see all the different entrepreneurs tell their experience, as well as the episode that featured the family that came to Delaware and their journey of getting here. So people, when you tune in tonight at 6 p.m., I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at the way the stories of our partners and the people we helped came across.
Yeah. I love it. All right.
About inspiring.
Brother, Marketech. I'm gonna call you Marketech.
Okay. I know him as that too.
Everyone knows him as Marketech. They know him in China as Marketech. Again, thank you so much for what you do and everything that you do at the United Way, but most of all for the community, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
All right, Tierra, what's happening? What you got over there?
Right now. So I, again, have the pleasure of speaking to one of our studio audience guests. You want to tell the people who you are?
Greetings to you, Tara, and this is an outstanding show. First and foremost, Tyrone Jones. I'm with Bloom Energy.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here, Ty. Again, I have one question. It might be a hard question. I don't know. I don't know if you've been practicing. All right, so the question is, when you think of Impact 365, what are the words, what are the things that come to mind?
Wow, and how much time do I have?
Well, 30 seconds or less.
Okay, 30 seconds or less. Well, let's just look at the word. Impact is the end of all the work that had been done over the course of 365 days. And it's not just in one individual doing it, it's a collective. Group of organizations and people coming together to impact somebody's life and to change the community as a whole. So to me, what you're doing today is just highlighting the end, but also you're highlighting the journey to get to the end.
Absolutely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate you being here with us today. I really appreciate everyone being here with us today. There are so many partners here, and I'm scared to start naming names because I'm going to forget someone and they're going to be angry with me. But I have to give a shout out to LACC because they're in here there's a lot of them in here. So we're really excited about LACC. We're really excited about all our partners. We have La Esperanza who's here. We have so many great people who are just all about impact and all about coming together and convening and making a difference. So it's not just a United Way show, it's about the everyone show. And that's why I really encourage everyone to watch Impact 365. It starts tonight at 6 p.m. on Channel 28, but you can watch it in many different ways. If you don't have Channel 28, but you're watching now, so you probably do. But if you don't have Channel 28 and you're watching us on Facebook, you can watch it right on Facebook. You can watch it on United Way of Delaware's Facebook page. You can watch it on DETV's Facebook page. You can watch it on both of our YouTube channels, and you can watch it on both of our Twitter channels. And then if you like run out of places and you can't remember, just go to uwde.org and we will have it streaming live on our website. We are so excited. There are no excuses for why you do not watch this show, because if you don't remember at 6 p.m., it's okay, because it will be on right after. And so I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. This was such a labor of love, and it wouldn't have been done without so many amazing, amazing people. Make sure to watch Impact 365 tonight at 6 p.m. and every Monday thereafter. I am going to kick it back to Vincenza and Ivan. Thank you so much for having us.
You're natural. Appreciate you, Tierra. Ty, I'm gonna need you to stay on our next episode. All right.
Right. She's so good at this.
No, I'm talking about Ty. Tierra.
No,
you know, I'm sure I let Tierra go.
I love Tierra, so we can have her on the show. Tierra, you're always welcome here at DETV at Good Morning Wilmington. But again, another great show.
Another great show.
United Way of Delaware, Impact 365.
Tonight, 6 p.m. on everything from Channel 28 Comcast, and like Tierra said, Facebook, YouTube, United Way's page, our page. If you miss it, check your pulse.
All right. Well, we're going to do a quick shout out to all of our sponsors: Dart, Wi-Fi Services, Balance Strength and Fitness. Thank you everyone for tuning in this beautiful Monday. Make sure you play the Powerball. 1.9 billion reasons we can make a difference, starting with United Way of Delaware Impact 365.
She just gave Delaware Public Lottery a free, never mind. We're
going to make a difference.
But before you play Powerball tonight, watch Impact 365 here on DETV and United Way. Thank you so much. Remember to hug someone, love someone, feed someone, clothe someone, and most of all, make an impact. 365.